Hey, what's up? I'm Kantis Simmons, and today I want to talk to you about 7 study habits of highly effective students. Actually, in this video, I want to talk about this very first habit called listening. Now, I remember years ago as a young man, I was sitting in my mom's home, and maybe I'm upstairs or downstairs, and my mom, she would shout out, "Kantis, come clean the dishes. Kantis, come clean the dishes. Kantis, come clean the dishes." And then she'll walk upstairs and say, "Boy, did you hear me calling your name? Kantis, come clean the dishes." Now, why did it take my mother so many times to yell out my name before she was able to get my attention? Now, you probably experienced that, right? Where your mom or your dad, they call your name and then they had to get in your face so that you can listen. Or maybe you're a parent and you reached out and you yelled out to your child, and for some odd reason, it seems like they aren't listening. Well, here's the cool thing, right? If you want to be a successful student, you have to develop this study habit called listening. Think about it. As a middle school student, high school student, college student, grad student, or an adult learner, 80% of what you do every day is based off your listening skills. So I want to give you a few tips here to help you identify where you are as a listener, but help you improve your listening skills. All right, so here are a few things that you want to do to improve your listening skills in school to help you get better grades. So number one, what you want to do is that you want to come to class well rested and organized. Right, yeah, come to class well rested and organized. I've been there, and I'm sure you've been there. You've come to a class and you're lethargic, you're tired. The teacher is talking. It seems like everything slows down, right? But what if you come to class well rested and organized and energized? As the teacher is talking, now you're able to listen to what she's saying because you're rested and you're energized. Number two, what you want to do is that you want to stay prepared and ahead of your teacher. You see, sometimes we can come to class and the information which the teacher is talking about, it could be brand new information, right? You've never ever heard it before, never ever seen it before, and it's brand new for you. What I encourage you to do is to stay ahead of the teacher or your professor. So what this means is that as they're talking, now this is a reminder of what you read in your books or you saw in your notes from your own research, right? So you're ahead of the teacher, and as they're talking, you're listening, and it's a recap of what you've already read. Number three, I want you to sit in the energy T. Yes, there is a place in your classroom to help you get better grades, and it's in the T. Now, the T is the first few rows up front and the rows down the middle, right? When you sit in the energy T, studies have shown you get better grades. Why? Because you're focused. You train yourself to give your teacher the respect to not doze off on them. And by sitting in the energy T, you won't get distracted by what's behind you. Number four, as you're listening, to improve your listening skills, is to focus all of your energy on the what. What is the teacher or professor talking about? What does this mean for me? What does this mean to the overall aspect of my career? Listen for the what. Number five, I want you to evaluate what you hear and ask yourself, how does this apply? Yeah, when you hear something, how does this information apply to you? Maybe you're learning a mathematical equation. How does this mathematical equation apply to life? Maybe you're learning some history. How does this history, or how does this theory, or how does this program apply to what you're doing? Number six, I want you, while you're listening, is to listen for the most important digits. You see, I remember back in the day when I wanted to get a girl's phone number, right? I would have to get the most important digits. Now, if she lived in the same area code, okay, I knew what the area code was, so I had to get the most important 7 digits. Because if I didn't get the appropriate information from her, listening-wise, I would not be able to contact her later on. So if you're going to be a better student in school, it's so important that you develop this skill called listening, right? So here's the cool thing. I want you to start thinking about what you're thinking about so you can attend to what your teacher is talking about. Did you get that? Yes. As you're listening, I want you to start thinking about what you're thinking about so you can attend to what the teacher is talking about. And if you can develop this great study habit called listening, I guarantee that you will get better grades and you will have an amazing school year. Hey, I'm Kantis Simmons, and if you want more information like this or even access to my best-selling book, Playing Your A Game, simply click the link below and I give you access to my best-selling book, Playing Your A Game. Plus, I give you more study habits like this to help raise your grades. Hey, I'm Kantis Simmons, and remember this, there's only one game in life that counts, and that's your A game. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.